that 1996 year was a really interesting year. People are like, why did they play so many games? Well, that was the first year of the 16-team WAC, right? So 16 teams, which meant there was going to be a WAC Championship game down in Las Vegas.
That was one of the great moments in all of Las Vegas sports. I mean, the Vegas has had a lot of things, but they hadn't had Sam Boyd Stadium like that in a championship setting, sold out, went to the wire, 2 top 20 teams, but so much riding on the line with your guys.
Oh, man. That game specifically was the ultimate of joy and pain because before halftime, Atula blew out his knee. He was tackled very low by the Wyoming safety, and his knee was gone. We all knew it. We went into halftime, and none of us wanted to even come back out and play. It was so sad. It was such a bummer. He had such a great year. He ended up playing 9 years in the NFL, but that moment with his dad in the locker room giving him a blessing, and then we didn't even want to come out at halftime. And you could tell when you watch the game, it was like, what happened in the third quarter? Where were you guys? Our hearts were still broken, and we rallied. We fought back. Like you said, Ethan Poman kicked a game winner. Henry Bloomfield had just a monster tackle for loss in overtime. But that whole team competed. That was a sweet game.
I think about that tight end tandem and that injury to Atula, but there's been some pretty good tight end groups at BYU that could rival anybody in the country. Has there ever been a better tandem than you and Atula there? I mean, if you look at the NFL, combined, how many seasons in the NFL? Like, isn't it like how many years were you there? Were you there?
Both of us played 9 years.
So 18 seasons combined, and both really good in the NFL. Has anybody in the country ever had a better tight end combo than that at the same time?
Good question. All I can say is I loved playing with him. I loved watching him in practice make unbelievable plays. I loved watching him in games. He was so big and so light on his feet, great hands. It was just, for us, I'm telling you, it was a joy to play tight end at BYU because we were playing after a long line of legendary tight ends. We knew how important it was to the offense, and we loved walking on the field playing tight end for BYU.
Thank you for watching The Wise Guys.
If you like what you're watching, you can help us out by subscribing and hitting that notification button.